Welcome back to JF Coin, the channel where we bring you the fascinating stories, hidden values, and true worth of United States coins that many people walk past without even knowing their importance. Today we are diving deep into a coin that at first glance looks like any ordinary piece of pocket change, but in reality it carries a history and value that collectors all over the world are chasing. I am talking about the 1966 Liberty Quarter Dollar, a coin that hides a story of change in America's currency system, and one that today is worth far more than what is stamped on its face. Stay with me until the end because this is not just about history, this is about serious money and the current market value that may surprise you. The Liberty Quarter Dollar of 1966 was part of a major shift in the United States coinage. Before 1965, quarters were made of 90% silver and 10% copper. But in the mid-1960s the U.S. Mint decided to remove silver from circulating coins due to rising silver prices and the increasing cost of minting. That change brought in what we call the clad composition, which is basically a copper core sandwiched between two layers of nickel. The year 1966 sits right at the heart of this transition. So even though the 1966 quarter is not made of silver, it has become one of the most talked about coins because of its place in history. Let me tell you something even more interesting. In 1965, 1966, and 1967, the U.S. Mint suspended the use of mint marks. This means that you will never find a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco on the quarters of those years. Every single 1966 quarter has no mint mark, and that itself makes it a unique series compared to the rest of American coinage. Collectors love patterns, mysteries, and anomalies, and the 1966 Liberty Quarter provides exactly that. Now let's talk about the numbers that really excite people. You might think a 1966 quarter is just 25 cents, but in reality, in today's collector's market, the value has skyrocketed depending on its condition. A circulated coin may only sell for a small premium, but a high-grade example certified by professional grading services can fetch astonishing prices. Mint state coins, especially those graded MS65 and above, bring in serious collector's money. And if you happen to come across a flawless coin with deep cameo-proof-like surfaces or an error such as a double die or off-center strike, then you are sitting on a jackpot. At the moment, the current market value for the finest quality 1966 Liberty Quarter Dollar is reported at an incredible $779,335. Yes, you heard that right. Over $779,000 for a coin that was once just worth 25 cents. That is the power of rarity, condition, and collector demand. Imagine holding such a coin in your hand. It is not just money, it is a piece of American history that has transformed into an investment treasure. Collectors across the globe are paying attention to these coins because the market for vintage United States coinage is booming like never before. With more people turning towards rare coins as an alternative investment, prices have been climbing steadily. The 1966 Liberty Quarter is not just a coin, it is an asset, a heritage piece, and a symbol of how something ordinary can become extraordinary with time. Now here is a very important tip. If you happen to own a 1966 quarter, do not rush to spend it or sell it without proper evaluation. Look at the details. Check the luster, the strike, the condition of the surfaces. If you see sharp edges, no scratches, and strong details, you might be holding a mint state coin. If you notice any unusual doubling in the letters or numbers, or if the design looks shifted, then you might be in possession of an error coin, and those can multiply the value many times over. Always get your coin checked by professional graders such as PCGS or NGC because a small difference in grade can mean thousands of dollars in value. The story of the 1966 Liberty Quarter also teaches us an important lesson about how history, economics, and collector psychology blend together in the world of numismatics. A simple policy change in 1965 to save silver transformed the coins minted in 1966 into pieces that now carry a different kind of worth. It is not just about metal anymore, it is about history, rarity, and the thrill of owning something that millions of others overlooked. So my friends, the next time you find an old quarter in your drawer, or you see coins in your family's savings jar, take a closer look. Because coins like the 1966 Liberty Quarter Dollar can be the hidden gems waiting to be discovered. And if you are lucky enough to find one in pristine condition, you could be holding a treasure worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is why I always say never underestimate the power of coins. Every coin has a story, and some coins carry fortunes. The 1966 Liberty Quarter is a perfect example of how numismatics connects history with wealth. Thank you for watching JF Coin, the home of rare coins, hidden treasures, and incredible values. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Liberty Quarter Dollar of 1966, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to JF Coin. Today we are diving deep into a coin that may seem ordinary at first glance but has fascinated collectors around the world and holds a surprising market value that you need to know about. We are talking about the Liberty Quarter Dollar minted in 1999 with the D Mint mark. This coin is not just money, it is a piece of history, an artwork in your hand, and potentially a small fortune depending on its condition. Now let's go back to the beginning. The year was 1999, a year that marked the start of one of the most ambitious coin programs ever launched by the United States Mint, the State Quarters Program. For the first time in history, each state in the Union would be honored with its own special design on the reverse of the quarter. Collectors and the general public were thrilled, and it sparked one of the greatest coin collecting crazes in American history, but in the midst of all the designs, one stood out. The 1999 Liberty Quarter Dollar with the Denver Mint Mark D became an unexpected star for collectors. At first, people thought it was just another quarter. After all, it circulated widely in pockets, wallets, and cash registers across the country. But as time passed, collectors started to notice details, errors, varieties, and conditions that made certain 1999 D quarters worth far more than face value. So why is this coin special? First, we need to look at its design. On the obverse side, you find the iconic profile of George Washington, a design that has been the face of the quarter since 1932. The word liberty sits proudly above, reminding every American of the values the nation was built on. The year 1999 is stamped at the bottom, marking not just a year but the beginning of a new era in coinage. On the reverse side, depending on the state design, you may see artwork celebrating Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Georgia, or Connecticut, since these were the first 5 states issued in that inaugural year. But what sets the 1999 D quarters apart are the errors and the rarity of high-grade examples. Some quarters struck in Denver that year came out with misaligned dies, double strikes, off-center minting, and even unusual toning. Errors like these, once overlooked, now send collectors into bidding wars at auctions. Imagine finding a quarter with a double die reverse or a minting flaw that turns it from pocket change into a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Let's talk about grading. If you have a 1999 D Liberty quarter in circulated condition, most are worth face value, just 25 cents. But here is the exciting part. If your coin is uncirculated, meaning it has never been used in daily transactions and still shines with its original mint luster, it can fetch much more. Coins graded mint state 65 or higher by professional grading companies are the real treasures. Collectors pay serious money for coins that have no scratches, no wear, and perfect striking. Now, you might be asking, what is the current market value of a 1999 D Liberty Quarter Dollar? The surprising truth is that some of these coins, depending on condition and rarity, have been valued at extraordinary prices. Right now, in 2025, collectors are paying as high as $779,336 for the rarest examples in pristine condition with special characteristics. That's right, a coin you could once find in your spare change could now be worth more than a luxury house or a sports car. Think about that for a second. You could be holding history, art, and fortune all in one tiny coin. This is why coin collecting has captured the imagination of millions. Every quarter has a story, and the 1999 D Liberty Quarter's story is one of transformation, from common change to a rare collectible commanding incredible prices on the market. Collectors love to chase down the different varieties of the 1999 D. Some hunt for errors, others for high-grade specimens, and some simply want the thrill of completing a full set of state quarters. But the Liberty Mark, the year 1999, and the D Mint all add to the coin's mystique. If you're wondering how to check if your coin is valuable, here is what you need to do. First, look for the D Mint mark on the obverse side of the coin near George Washington. Next, check the condition under good lighting. Does it have scratches, wear, or fading, or does it look nearly flawless? If you think your coin is in excellent shape, consider getting it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC, the most trusted grading services. And finally, research recent auction sales to see what collectors are paying right now. The coin market is always moving, and values rise and fall based on demand, rarity, and new discoveries. That is why JF Coin is here, to keep you updated on the latest market trends, the history that shapes these values, and the stories behind every piece of metal we call money. Before you rush off to check your coin jars, let's not forget the history lesson here. The Liberty Quarter Dollar from 1999 reminds us of a turning point in American coinage. It was the beginning of the State Quarters program, an initiative that brought millions of new collectors into the hobby. Families started saving quarters together, kids learned about geography and history through coins, and the United States Mint saw one of its most successful programs ever. This makes the 1999 D quarter not just a collectible, but also a cultural icon. So, whether you are a seasoned numismatist or someone just starting to explore the world of coins, the Liberty Quarter Dollar from 1999 with the D Mint mark deserves your attention. It has the potential to be worth far more than its face value. It carries history, artistry, and mystery. And most importantly, it carries the possibility of hidden fortune. This is why you should always check your change. That coin rattling around in your pocket might just be the treasure of a lifetime. thank you for watching JF Coin, your trusted source for coin history, values, and the incredible stories behind US currency. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Liberty Quarter Dollar 1999D, make sure to hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to JF Coin for more fascinating coin stories. Every week we uncover more treasures, more history, and more reasons why coin collecting is one of the most rewarding hobbies in the world. Stay curious, keep collecting, and remember, the next coin you find could be worth a fortune. This is JF Coin. Today, we are going to talk about one of the most fascinating coins in United States history, the Liberty Quarter Dollar, specifically the 1999p mint mark. This coin has gained huge popularity among collectors and investors because of its design, its history, and most importantly, its current value in the coin market. Some of these coins are now worth much more than their face value and can reach up to hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on the condition, rarity, and demand. So stay tuned, because what you are about to learn might surprise you, and maybe you even have one of these hidden in your coin collection or sitting somewhere in your drawer. Let's begin with the history. The quarter dollar has been an important part of American coinage for more than 2 centuries. The design of Lady Liberty has always carried a symbolic meaning. Liberty represents freedom, independence, and the spirit of America. Over the decades, Liberty's image on coins has changed multiple times, from the draped bust Liberty to the standing Liberty and later the Washington Quarter series. By the time we reached the late 20th century, quarters became not just tools for everyday use but also pieces of collectible art that told the story of America. Now, the 1999 quarter is a special one. In this year, the United States Mint launched the famous 50-state quarters program, one of the most successful coin programs in American history. Millions of people across the country started collecting quarters for the very first time. This program brought attention back to coins, and 1999 became a milestone year. The Philadelphia Mint, which uses the letter P as its mint mark, produced these coins in massive numbers, but hidden among them are rare variations, errors, and high-grade specimens that make them extremely valuable today. Let us now talk about the 1999p Liberty Quarter Dollar's current market value. The regular circulation coin may only seem like a normal quarter, worth 25 cents, but when you look at uncirculated, mint state, and proof versions, the story completely changes. Collectors are willing to pay very high amounts for coins that are in pristine condition. A perfect grading from professional coin services such as MS-67 or MS-68 can make this coin worth thousands of dollars. In fact, some rare pieces from 1999p have been reported with market values reaching as high as $779,338 depending on their rarity, strike, and preservation. This staggering price shows how the demand and collector interest can push values beyond imagination. Why do these coins reach such high prices? The answer lies in rarity and demand. Not every coin produced by the mint has the same quality. Some coins may have errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual minting flaws. These errors are like hidden treasures, making a common coin suddenly extremely rare. Add to this the fact that coin collectors are always hunting for the best preserved examples, and you have a recipe for skyrocketing prices. Think about it for a moment. You could hold in your hand a coin that looks just like any other quarter, but if it is the right variety, the right error, or the right grade, its value could be more than a luxury car, a house, or even a lifetime of savings. That is the magic of coin collecting. The story of the Liberty Quarter Dollar is not just about money, it is also about history and art. Each coin represents a piece of American identity. When you hold a 1999p quarter, you are holding more than metal, you are holding a symbol of freedom and the vision of a nation. Collectors all around the world respect these coins not only because of their financial value but also because of their cultural and historical significance. So, if you are lucky enough to have a 1999p Liberty Quarter Dollar, take a closer look at it. Check the details, the shine, the strike, and if possible, get it graded by a professional service. You never know, the coin sitting in your pocket or coin jar might just be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Before we wrap up, let us take a moment to think about the journey of this coin. From the Philadelphia Mint in 1999 to today's collector's market, it has traveled through time, carrying stories, value, and meaning. It reminds us that sometimes the most ordinary things in our daily lives can hide extraordinary secrets. This is why at JF Coin we always say, check your coins, respect their history, and understand their value. You never know what treasure you might find. The Liberty Quarter Dollar of 1999p is one of those treasures, a coin that continues to inspire, surprise, and reward those who recognize its worth. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the history and value of the Liberty Quarter Dollar, make sure to hit the like button, share this video with fellow collectors, and subscribe to JF Coin for more amazing content about rare coins, hidden treasures, and valuable finds. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss our latest updates. This is JF Coin. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating modern coins in circulation, the Liberty Quarter Dollar of the United States, minted in the year 2004 with the Denver Mint Mark D. This coin is not just another simple piece of change. Behind its design, history, rarity, and market demand lies a surprising story that has made it one of the most discussed coins in recent years. And yes, its current estimated value has reached the jaw-dropping figure of $779,339 in the collector's market. Imagine that, a coin you could once spend for a can of soda is today worth as much as a luxury car or even more. So let's take you step by step through its journey, its meaning, and the reasons why collectors worldwide are rushing to secure it in their collections. The Liberty Quarter Dollar has always been a proud representation of American culture and heritage. The 2004 D Quarter is part of the popular State Quarter program, a series that ran from 1999 until 2008, where each coin was designed to honor a specific state of the United States. By the year 2004, the program had already captured the attention of millions of people who were not just coin collectors but everyday citizens, young and old, who began to notice these quarters as something much more than small change. Each design carried art, history, and identity. And for the 2004 Denver Mint, several states were celebrated on the quarter dollar, including Michigan, Texas, Iowa, Florida, and Wisconsin. Now, you may be wondering, what makes the 2004 D Liberty Quarter so special? Why is it commanding such a high price in the collector market? The answer lies in a combination of factors. First is its minting errors and varieties. In the world of coin collecting, errors are not mistakes to avoid, but treasures to cherish. The Wisconsin quarter in particular became famous for what is now known as the extra leaf variety. Two distinct varieties were discovered on the reverse of the Wisconsin state quarter, one with an extra leaf pointing up and another with an extra leaf pointing down near the ear of corn. These varieties were unintentional and only appeared on coins minted at the Denver facility, making them rare and highly valuable. Collectors quickly realized that the extra leaf quarters were much harder to find than regular issues. Second is the condition of the coin. A Liberty Quarter Dollar from 2004 D that is still in circulation might be worth only face value if it is worn out, but if you happen to find one in mint state condition, graded by professional grading services, the story changes entirely. Coins that are sharp, lustrous, and free of scratches can command thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars depending on their grade. But the rarest of them all, in near-perfect uncirculated grades combined with the extra leaf variety, are the ones that push values into the hundreds of thousands. That is how we arrive at the astounding market value we see today, $779,339, a figure that continues to amaze even seasoned coin experts. But beyond the rarity and the money, these coins carry a story of America itself. Take for example the design of the Wisconsin quarter. It shows a cow, a wheel of cheese, and an ear of corn, symbolizing the state's rich tradition in agriculture and dairy farming. This design not only celebrates the identity of Wisconsin but also reflects the cultural and economic contributions of the state to the nation as a whole. The fact that an error slipped into such a significant coin adds to its mystique and makes collectors feel like they are holding a hidden piece of history in their hands. If we talk about demand, the coin collecting community has exploded in recent decades. Social media platforms, coin shows, and dedicated auction houses have given collectors instant access to rare coins and knowledge. Every time a coin like the 2004 D Liberty Quarter with the extra leaf error appears at auction, it sparks a bidding war. Collectors know that opportunities to own such a piece do not come often. Some of the highest sales have been recorded at prestigious auctions where wealthy collectors and museums compete to take home this modern treasure. So what should you do if you think you might have a 2004 D Liberty Quarter Dollar? The first step is to carefully examine the reverse of the coin if it is the Wisconsin state quarter. Look closely at the ear of corn and see if there is an extra leaf pointing upward or downward. Even a small difference could mean you are holding a fortune. The second step is to consider the condition of the coin. If it looks new, bright, and undamaged, avoid cleaning it and keep it safe because cleaning can reduce its value. Finally, consult a trusted grading service or a professional numismatist who can give you an official evaluation and certification of the coin's authenticity and grade. In today's market, coins are more than just money. They are collectibles, investments, and time machines that connect us to stories of culture, economy, and design. The Liberty Quarter Dollar of 2004 D has proven that even modern coins, which many people overlook, can rise to incredible value and become legendary. Whether you are a beginner just learning about coins or an experienced collector searching for that one missing piece, the 2004 D Quarter reminds us that treasures can still be found in our change jars, our piggy banks, and sometimes even in the coins we receive at a store. So, the next time you have a handful of quarters, do not just spend them without looking. You never know if history and fortune are waiting right there in your palm. That brings us to the end of this fascinating journey into the Liberty Quarter Dollar of 2004 D. Its story is one of art, error, rarity, and immense value. Keep your eyes open, keep your curiosity alive, and maybe you too can discover a coin that will change your life. Thank you for watching JF Coin, your trusted channel for coin knowledge, coin history, and coin value updates. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to stay connected with us for more incredible stories of coins worth a fortune. Remember, every coin has a story, and here at JF Coin. Today I am bringing you something truly exciting, something that every coin lover, collector, and treasure hunter will enjoy. We are going to talk about one of the most surprising and eye-catching coins in United States history, the Liberty Quarter Dollar, especially the 2004 P edition. This coin is not just another regular piece of change you might have in your pocket or lying around in a drawer. It is a coin that holds hidden history, unique features, and a market value today that will completely shock you. Imagine this. You are going through your old collection, maybe just cleaning your drawer or opening a jar full of coins. Suddenly you see a 2004 Liberty Quarter Dollar with the Philadelphia Mint mark, the letter P. At first glance it looks like just a simple quarter. But when you learn the value, your heart might skip a beat, because this coin today has been valued at more than $779,000. Yes, you heard that right. The market value is touching a stunning $779,340. One single coin can change your life forever. Now let's go back and unfold the history behind this coin. The Liberty Quarter Dollar has always been a symbol of American culture, history, and artistry. From the very first design to the modern state quarters, each version tells a story about the nation. The 2004 P Liberty Quarter belongs to the State Quarters program, one of the most successful coin programs in United States mint history. In this program every state was honored with a special design on the reverse side of the quarter. Collectors all around the world rushed to complete their sets. Millions of people started checking their change carefully, hoping to find a rare piece. The Philadelphia Mint is one of the largest mints in America, and in 2004 it produced a huge number of quarters. But among those millions, a few pieces came out with extremely rare varieties and errors. Some had double die strikes, others had unusual minting mistakes, and some were preserved in such perfect condition that their value skyrocketed in the collector's market. That is why the 2004 P Liberty Quarter Dollar is not just a simple 25-cent coin anymore. It has become a jewel for coin hunters. Think about it. A quarter that you might overlook in daily life is actually worth a fortune today. Collectors are ready to pay thousands upon thousands of dollars just to own a pristine example. And the highest graded and rarest ones are the real treasures, fetching values close to $800,000. This shows the magic of coin collecting. It is like hunting for gold, except the gold might be sitting in your wallet or in your pocket change right now. The design of the coin itself is beautiful. On the front side you see the classic profile of George Washington, a design that has been the face of the quarter since 1932. On the reverse side you find the unique state design depending on which quarter you have. In 2004 several states were honored, including Michigan, Florida, Texas, Iowa, and Wisconsin. Each design captures the culture and history of the state. For example, the Wisconsin quarter shows a cow, a round of cheese, and an ear of corn, celebrating the state's farming heritage. What makes this even more fascinating is that certain Wisconsin quarters from 2004 P were struck with an extra leaf on the corn, a mint error that created one of the most valuable varieties ever. Collectors call them the extra leaf high and the extra leaf low varieties. These errors happened accidentally during the minting process, but they turned an ordinary quarter into a collector's dream. Depending on the condition, these error coins can sell for thousands of dollars each, and the most pristine examples have gone into the hundreds of thousands. That is why people today are searching for every 2004 P Wisconsin quarter they can find. When we talk about market value, it is important to understand how collectors determine the price. The first factor is rarity. The fewer examples that exist, the higher the value. The second factor is condition. A coin in mint state condition, meaning it looks almost perfect with no scratches or wear, will sell for many times more than a coin that has been circulated heavily. The third factor is demand. If collectors all over the world are chasing the same coin, the price shoots up. And that is exactly what happened with the 2004 P Liberty Quarter Dollar. Right now in the collector's market, coins like these are valued at a shocking amount. While regular 2004 quarters are worth face value, the rare error varieties and highest graded coins are commanding incredible sums. Reports show that one of these coins recently reached a market valuation of more than $779,340. That is nearly $800,000 for a quarter that originally cost only 25 cents. Imagine the possibilities. This means every coin jar, every piggy bank, every pile of old change in your home could be hiding a fortune. That is why coin collecting is such an exciting journey. It is not just about history, art, and culture. It is also about the thrill of discovery. One day you might be holding what you think is a simple quarter, but in reality you are holding a piece of treasure that can change your financial future. So my friends, I encourage you to check your pockets, your drawers, and your collections. Look carefully at every 2004p Liberty quarter dollar you come across. Pay attention to the details, check the condition, and if you see something unusual like the extra leaf design, you may have just found your golden ticket. This is why at JF Coin I always remind you to never underestimate the power of small coins. Because in the world of numismatics, even the smallest details can create the biggest values. The 2004p Liberty quarter dollar is proof of that. A coin that started as 25 cents is now worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. That is the magic of history and rarity combined. Thank you for joining me today on this exciting journey into the world of the Liberty quarter dollar. Make sure you subscribe to JF Coin. Welcome back everyone to JF Coin, the channel where we explore the hidden treasures of United States coins, their values, their amazing history, and the secrets that make them worth so much money today. If you are a coin collector, investor, or simply someone who loves learning about rare coins, then stay tuned because today we are talking about one of the most fascinating coins in American numismatic history, the Liberty quarter dollar, specifically the 2013 Liberty quarter. You may think this coin is modern and common, but when you look closely, you will realize that some of these pieces are worth far more than their face value. In fact, they can reach shocking prices in the collector's market. Right now, the current market value has reached as high as $779,341. Yes, you heard that right. Almost $800,000 for a single quarter dollar coin. Now let us go back in history and understand why this coin exists and why it is so valuable. The United States quarter dollar has always carried cultural and historical significance. From the earliest draped bust and capped bust designs, to the standing Liberty quarters, and later to the famous Washington quarters, every quarter represents a piece of American heritage. By 2013, the U.S. Mint was already running the America the Beautiful series, which showcased national parks and monuments across the country. The Denver Mint, identified with the D Mint mark, produced millions of these quarters, including the 2013 D issues. On the surface, they look like ordinary coins you use every day for shopping or for parking meters. But in the world of coin collecting, details matter. Minting errors, rare conditions, limited runs, and striking mistakes transform ordinary coins into treasures. The 2013 D Liberty quarter stands out because of certain rare conditions. Some coins were struck with unique minting errors such as double dies, off-center strikes, or missing elements that make them unique. Others were preserved in mint state condition, never circulated, never scratched, and kept in perfect storage. Collectors pay massive amounts of money for such coins, and auctions across the United States have shown shocking results. Imagine finding a coin in your change and realizing it could pay for your house, your car, or even your dream lifestyle. That is exactly why this 2013 D Liberty quarter has captured the attention of collectors worldwide. Let us talk about the market value in detail. The general 2013 D quarter in average circulation might only be worth face value, 25 cents. However, in uncirculated condition, graded by professional services such as PCGS or NGC, the value can rise into the hundreds or thousands. But the real jackpot comes with the rarest of the rare, the coins with errors and high-grade conditions. Those are the ones fetching values close to $779,000. Think about that, a simple 25-cent coin transformed into nearly $800,000 because of rarity and demand. The world of coin collecting is full of such surprises, and that is why it is both a hobby and an investment opportunity. Now let us look at the history of the Denver Mint itself, because it plays a huge role in the story. The Denver Mint has been producing coins since 1906 and has minted billions of coins used across America. The D Mint mark is always an indicator of where the coin was born. Some years, Denver Mint coins are more common, but other times, errors or limited runs make them highly desirable. In 2013, certain batches of Liberty quarters came out with unique flaws, and collectors immediately recognized their rarity. These coins started gaining attention, and as demand increased, so did the value. Over time, auction houses recorded jaw-dropping bids, and suddenly the 2013 D Liberty quarter became a star in the coin market. For those of you watching this video, here is something important to remember. Always check your change. Look at your coins carefully. Even modern coins like the 2013 D quarter can hide treasures. If you see unusual features like doubled letters, strange lines, off-center images, or coins that appear thicker or thinner than usual, you might have a rare error coin. Do not spend it. Protect it, research it, and if possible, have it graded by a professional coin grading service. That small step can change your future, because collectors are always searching for pieces like this. Another fascinating fact about Liberty quarters is the symbolic meaning of liberty itself. Liberty has always been at the core of American identity, representing freedom, justice, and the values that built the nation. Every time the word liberty appears on a coin, it connects us to history, reminding us that money is more than currency. It is a story, a piece of art, a symbol of national pride. That is one reason collectors are emotionally attached to these coins, and why they are willing to pay extraordinary amounts for them. Now let us think about the investment side. Coins like the 2013 Liberty Quarter show us how numismatics is not just a hobby, but also a market with real financial power. The value of these coins rises as time passes, especially when collectors realize how limited the supply is. People who held on to rare quarters years ago are now sitting on fortunes. The same can happen to you if you learn to recognize and preserve rare coins today. The best part is, you do not need to be a millionaire to start. You can begin by simply looking at your pocket change and paying attention. As we move toward the conclusion, let us highlight the most important message. The 2013 Liberty Quarter is proof that hidden treasures are all around us. Its history connects us to American heritage, its rarity makes it a collector's dream, and its current market value of $779,341 makes it a life-changing discovery. Imagine turning a simple 25-cent coin into a fortune. That is the magic of numismatics. So my friends, keep searching, keep collecting, and keep learning. Who knows, the next time you open your wallet, you might just find a coin that could change your life forever. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, make sure to like this video, share it with other coin enthusiasts, and subscribe to JF Coin for more amazing discoveries about rare coins, their history, and their value. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update, because every week we bring you stories of coins worth thousands and sometimes even millions of dollars. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Today we are going to uncover the story, the value, and the market worth of one very interesting coin, the Liberty Quarter Dollar from the year 2013 with the P mint mark. This is not just another quarter you pass over when you get your change back from the store. This coin has a history, it has beauty, and most importantly it has a value that might shock you. So stay with me until the end of this video, because you might be sitting on something worth a fortune. Let us begin with the basics. The 2013 Liberty Quarter Dollar is a part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program that the United States Mint started in 2010 and continued until 2021. Each year new designs were released to honor national parks and historic sites across the nation. The 2013 issues featured White Mountain in New Hampshire, Perry's Victory in Ohio, Great Basin in Nevada, Fort McHenry in Maryland, and Mount Rushmore in South Dakota. Each of these designs tells a story of America's culture, history, and pride. But the coin we are focusing on today is the 2013 Liberty Quarter with the P mint mark, meaning it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. On the obverse side of the coin we see the famous profile of George Washington, the first President of the United States. This portrait has been used on quarters since 1932 but was slightly modified for the America the Beautiful series. The reverse side shows one of the special designs for that year, depending on which quarter you have in hand. Collectors love these designs because each one represents a unique piece of American heritage. Now let us talk about what makes this 2013 P Liberty Quarter Dollar so exciting for coin collectors and treasure hunters like you. First, we must understand that not all quarters are created equal. While millions were minted for circulation, some coins come out with special features that make them far more valuable than their face value of 25 cents. These special features include minting errors, high-grade conditions, and coins that were preserved perfectly without scratches, marks, or wear. Imagine this. You go through your pocket change or an old jar of coins at home and you come across a shiny 2013 Liberty Quarter Dollar. At first you might think it is just another coin worth 25 cents. But if that coin happens to be in uncirculated condition, graded MS65 or higher by a professional coin grading service, the value can jump dramatically. And if it carries a rare error such as double die obverse, off-center strike, or missing clad layer, the value can skyrocket even more. Collectors across the United States and around the world are always on the lookout for these rare pieces. The market for error coins is especially strong because each error makes the coin unique, like a fingerprint of history frozen in metal. The 2013 P Liberty Quarter Dollar has been reported with certain errors that can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on rarity and demand. Now let us dive into the current market value. A normal circulated 2013 P Liberty Quarter Dollar might only be worth face value if it has no special condition. But in the world of coin collecting, the real gems are the uncirculated and error coins. High-grade examples certified by PCGS or NGC can reach values of hundreds and sometimes over $1,000. And here comes the most surprising fact. Some rare varieties and error versions of this coin are reported to have market values reaching into the hundreds of thousands. According to collectors and coin dealers, certain examples have been valued at more than $779,342. Yes, you heard that right. A coin you might overlook as just spare change could actually be worth nearly $800,000 if it has the right features. Think about it for a moment. This is why coin collecting is not just a hobby, it is a treasure hunt. Every coin tells a story, every coin carries a piece of history, and sometimes every coin can hold a fortune. The 2013 P Liberty quarter dollar proves that value is not just in gold and silver but also in the rare beauty of everyday pocket change. So what should you do if you find one of these quarters? First, do not spend it. Hold on to it carefully, examine it under good light, and look for signs of rarity. Is the strike off center? Does the lettering show doubling? Is the coin missing part of its clad layer? Is the surface shining like it just left the mint with no scratches at all? If you suspect that your coin is special, consider sending it to a professional grading service. The grade they assign can make all the difference between a quarter worth a dollar and a quarter worth a fortune. Collectors often say that knowledge is the real treasure. The more you learn about coins, the better your chances are of spotting the hidden gems. And that is why I am here on JF Coin, sharing this knowledge with you, so that you never overlook the fortune that might already be in your hands. In summary, the 2013 P Liberty quarter dollar is a coin with history, with beauty, and with potential value that goes far beyond 25 cents. From honoring America's natural wonders to being a part of the Collectible America the Beautiful series, this quarter stands as a piece of national pride. And for those lucky enough to find the rare versions, it can stand as a piece of incredible wealth. So the next time you check your change, remember that you could be holding history and maybe even holding a fortune. Do not underestimate the power of a quarter. Thank you for watching JF Coin.